How are you?
Yes, so fine. Actually, yesterday there was a bit network issue in my place, so
Okay, okay, no
I
worries.
just left the class after 10 minutes
Okay.
after joining.
Hmm. So you will get the recorded class. No
But I
worries.
seen sir,
And
it didn't updated. I believe so.
you are not get updated. I mean,
Morning I
not
checked, sir.
getting.
No, no, no. Morning I checked. When did
Oh,
you upload it, sir?
actually, I already gave the videos to Kishore sir. He will provide you as soon as
Okay,
possible.
okay.
Okay.
Sir, actually, I need clarity, sir.
Haha.
In Node.js, why are we using Express.js, sir? What is the difference between Node and Express.js?
Actually, Express.js makes our work very easy. If I looked at the syntax wise, okay, if you are looked at the, let's say if we have to make create a path, okay, so if you do the same thing with the Node.js, then you have to write so many lines of code, right? Remember that thing that I have taught you that when you have to create a server in Node.js, first of all, uh, you need to import the Node things, and then you have to put a method, and the method name is create server. And inside the create server method, you have to write so many of codes, right? But
Yes.
if you are including the express.js, which is the framework of node.js, so it
Okay.
makes your task very easy. You don't have to write so many lines of code. Even after just 2 or 3 sessions, I also taught you guys that let's say if you have to download something, let's say you are going to make some social media downloader website. Let's say nowadays reels are pretty much famous, so everybody is watching the reels. So as a developer, what you can do, let's say you somebody who is not developer, maybe like some reels or some songs. So as a developer, so you have the job to make a website which can download a social media reels or something like this. So you can apply that method in your expresses, and it is just a line of code, and you can do that task in a very easy steps, right? So express.js is pretty much famous library, or you can say framework for the node.js. Is it I mean, it is not necessary that you have to every time you have to include the express.js in your node.js application. But if you included the express.js, so it makes your task very easy.
Okay, sir.
Everything you saw on in Express.js, you can do the same thing with the help of the Node.js. But if you just going to write all those lines of code, so I think it will be a nightmare for you to writing everything from scratch. So like Express.js is basically what? Express.js is already provided something pre-cooked things that you don't have to write when you are going to building something, right? Yeah, this is the express.js basically.
Okay. 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 Sir, in yesterday class, what your thoughts, sir?
Actually, I basically taught the last session of the yesterday about the mini project. We are actually seeing how to make a delete API, and we were also also see that how to make a UI for the deleting things and how to arrange all those things. So all these things are we are seeing yesterday session, but in today's session we are going to start the uh, MongoDB. But before starting MongoDB, uh, I have something remain in yesterday's session. So let's just quickly jump into the yesterday session, and uh, I have to make some things in yesterday session so that it's not bother you guys. So let me just share the screen first. Okay. Now I have a I already opened the two application. The first one is for backend in yesterday's session, and the next one is a front end application. And these are the terminals for backend and front end. So now let's just quickly start our terminals. Let's say npm run dev and npm start. In yesterday's session, our network tab is not working correctly. Sometimes it gives the success request, and sometimes we got the loading status. Okay, so what does it mean? I'm just showing you. Let me let it be just completed the start the server first for React application. Uh, okay, now it is started. So the thing is, we have a in a home section we have this form, and in our product section we have already these products: Chrome, Firefox, and Safari. If I come at our home tab and start writing any product name, let's say uh, Mac, and its price would be this much, $9,876, and let's just press the add product button. The moment I tap on add product button, these tools are gone, and this is because we are already set the form state in a empty state. What does it mean? I mean, I just show you. So these are our states, and we are already gave the our states as a product in a empty in an empty string, cause we have to write the product name and a price name. But the moment when we fill these products and price value, so so then it will get stored in our product list. But we can see that when we are not using the set form, means the moment when we are not setting our state as an empty string, so it is remain the product name and price name uh, on a field of the product name and a price name, right? So using this thing, we have gone these text things. And now when we jump into the product list, now we can easily see here we have a Mac and a price of $9,876, right? So till now everything is fine, but we also define the delete route, or you can say delete API for delete request. If we are open the our backend application, now we can see here we put we make a API, and the API is a delete API, and here you can see that we are deleting the product, right? But if I come if I if I come into the our front end application and try to delete any product, let's say this Mac product, if I want to delete this, so it is not deleted. And if I open the inspect section here and come on to the network section here, and fetch request is already selected. Now let's just one more time try to delete this product, right? If I tap on a delete button, so it gives us a request of pending. If you guys can see here, we have a status of pending, right? This pending request we have, and it is because of we are not setting the our status in our fetch request. What it mean, I'm just explain to you in a second. So here you can see that we have, oh, okay, I'm so sorry. uh, I think someone tried to join the session. Yeah, if we see in our front end in our front end application, so we have this handle submit function here, and it start from here and it's ended up here, right? And inside this we have a fetch method, right? So fetch basically, what it tried to do, so it is requesting our server that, please server, update the form through this state, update the I'm sorry, through this state please update the form. And where we have to update the form, in this local host here, right? But how our state does change, we are not doing something which which uh, which change the states. For I know that it is a little bit complicated for you, so let's just deep dive into the product list first, okay? So here we have here fetch product function, okay? So basically, what fetch products function does basically, so this fetch product function is basically called inside the use effect, right? Cause we have to uh, we have to show the product, and every time when you call some API, so it is a recommendation that you have to call inside the use effect, cause here we have a dependency where we can pass the dependency, and here uh, uh, we were passing the empty dependency, cause we don't want that request every time our whole request get updated, right? We don't want this. So because of this we are defining our fetch product thing, our fetch product function here, right? So this is meaning the same thing if I define the same thing inside this, or if I define below the use effect and then we are calling here. So this is the same thing, right? But we are not able to update our product over here. It is sorry, here it is somehow it is able to make the product call, but it is not get updated. So for that reason what we have to do, so I'm so sorry guys, for resolving this issue we have to shift whole the home.js part, I mean the whole this code we have to place inside the product form, I mean the product file. Now your question is, sir, why? Because we have to write this function, this fetch product function, inside the inside this inside this we have to 1 minute. Yeah, inside this we have to pass the fetch product function. So there are so many ways, but I'm not going to this. So first of all, one thing you can do is that you can you can export this function from here, but the moment if I am trying to export this function, so it gives an error, and the error is that a known keyword or identifier. Did you mean export? So let's just try to export. So it is still giving the error that declaration or statement not expected. So in order to make this function default function, so we have to place the whole thing the upside of this the above side of the product function. But if I define the product fetch product function uh, before the before this whole function, so it will not work. It will not going to work. So because of this reason, we have to shift our whole code inside the product function. Are you guys understood this thing? Okay. Once you saw the code, you will understood what I mean by this. So for shifting the whole code, so first of all, we need the card and button section. Okay. So quickly just copy this thing and come on to the product.js file, and below this we are just pasting the whole thing over here. And now let's just come one more time here, and we have to now put this whole code inside the product.js file. Let me just quickly copy this thing. Okay, I just copied one extra. No, yeah. Now let's just come over here and put all these things here. But it is being said that all the state things should be defined uh, just below the function line. So it is the middle of the function. So let's just middle of the main function that is defined for the product.js. So let's just quickly cut this thing over here, and now we have to write here. Okay, and this make no sense. So let's just remove this, and now come on to here, and okay, I think we left one more function, so we have to copy this thing too, paste it up here. Again we have to come on the home.js file and copy the whole thing from card and body to card beginning body. Okay, so don't take too much of stress that how this thing will be work. I will provide the GitHub repo for this thing. So first of all, I need to push this thing on a GitHub repo. So you will available for all these things. Yeah, now it is correct. And I don't want that all these codes again going to work. So let me just quickly comment this thing here and quickly make a function. And here I'm just giving it a h1 tag of h1 tag, and here we are going to write home page. Yeah, this thing will be okay, I think. Yeah, everything is fine now. Let's just come into our browser and see, is it still work? Okay, let's just refresh the whole thing. Here we have home page, about page, and a product list. And The product is not here. Let's just quickly add some product. Let's say give anything. Okay, we need to check what is happening. So status gets success, but everything is working pretty much fine. Uh, so why this thing happen? Okay, yeah. The things that we need to do here is first of all we need to place the fetch item over here. This then request. The reason is same because we need to update the form. This is the only reason we need to do this. Uh, huh. Now everything is fine. I think. Uh, okay. Let's just save this. Why this happened? Okay. I need to place the whole thing in a curly braces. Okay. Here we define the function and then yeah. Here we need to give a curly braces. Now everything is fine. Let's just check this thing. Is it still worked or not? Expected assignment function call product.js. Um, function call instead saw an expression on line number 49. On line number 49. Okay, let's just make this thing right. Uh, Now this should be work. I think. Yeah, here we can see home page, about page, and a product. If I delete this thing, it is still not working. What's the reason behind this? Why it is not working? It is still in a pending request. I don't know why this happening. Uh, I'm frustrated with this thing. Cause when I run this thing in my system before starting this session, so it is working totally fine. But right now it is giving some pending request. If you check into the status, you can see here that in a network tab we have a status of pending, right? And pending request mean uh, it is up to in a line to get executed, but it is not even fail, but not even it's get uh, succeed the request, but it is in line. So this thing is really creepy. Okay, Let's just check a few more minutes about this thing, and if this will not work, so I can do one thing. I will push all the code in a GitHub. So I would recommend that you guys please run this thing on your system and check it that is it really be working on your system or not. So if it's working on your system, then it means maybe we I mean I have something fault in my system, cause every time I got the pending request, but it was not like this. So let me just quickly do one thing that let's just start one more time. npm run dev. Let's just see. Huh. Now it is showing the whole product. So sometime what happened that you need to restart your server one more time. Okay. Sometime this thing also happen. So let us delete one product. Okay. But now this thing is not working. What the heck is this? A request of pending. Price. Okay, I think if I just change the sequence, is it still working or not? Let's just check it out. Uh, I don't think that is it a sequence error. Cause sometimes the functions are which are connected to each other, so it needs to be a sequence one by one. So it would be a error. Let's just see, is it or not. Update the form. So from here, I would like to make it here, and Now everything is fine. Fetch products. So here is the fetch products. Right now everything should be fine. Uh, Fetch products, handle submit, and okay, handle submit and the delete product. Okay, now let's just check it out one more time. Okay, I need one more time to quit this thing, and again npm run dev. Okay, if I would delete, it is still not working. Still not working. It is. Okay, guys. So I don't want to waste your time because it is in still pending state. But few minutes ago, it is still working. So I just want to do one thing, that I will push all the code inside the a GitHub repo, and will share the GitHub repo link with you guys. And if it is working fine in your system, then it means it is totally okay. Sometimes it happens that there is some issue in network tab. Okay, so whole things is happening because of this network thing, right? We are making some request is gonna through, or you can say it's travel through the network. Okay, that's why we are opening this network tab over here, and selecting the fetch and xhr request. So we are doing fetch request, but this fetch request is still showing a status of pending. Okay, so maybe it is some fault of my network. So it would not be fault in your system, cause uh, some issue may happen with my network things. Okay, so please inform me that what's the update with you guys. Okay, so let's just quickly close all these things and now start. So the project is totally done. Okay, so this is a mini project. So idea is that we are entering a product name and its price, and when we are clicking on add product button, so it will fetch it out in our UI, and it shows the product name and a price. And when you are tap on a delete button, so it will be deleted. Okay, so idea behind this mini project is this. So now today's session is a very special because we are going to start MongoDB in today's lecture. So let me just quickly close all these tab right now. Okay, so now I need to close this too, and close this thing. Yeah, I need to close this thing too. Okay, let me just quickly connect my uh, tablet pane, and now I need to before starting the session, so I need to I need to explain you something very important. Okay, let me just fit the this tablet pen thing. Yeah, just get connected. So, have you guys ever read about the relational database system and no relational based data system? So, what was the? It was OneNote. Yeah, here it is. So the name of is database. So have you guys ever study about the database? Can anyone reply? Mm, okay, my pen is not working. One more time. Now it is working.
Relational means data are stored in order or non-relational
Yes, yes, yes. You are correct.
bunch of data.
Right. So, uh, so you guys pretty much heard about the term SQL database, and also damn sure that you are also familiar with this term, no SQL database, right? So what is difference in between them? So basically, what does happen that when you are study about the SQL database, so you have a you have a table kind of things. You have a table, you have a column, and also you should be have a row. Okay, so this is, you can say, the table head, where some kind of variables are defined, or you can give the name of your table. You can give the uh, you can give the name of your variable which defines your product list or any kind of list. Let's say you are giving here username. Okay, so you are giving here username and ID, and let's say job, and salary, and employment ID. Okay, so all these things you are give it to the to your table. So here all the fields are defined something like this way. So in SQL database, you are calling the whole table as a table, and this thing you are calling as a row, and the vertical things you are calling it as a column, right? But in NoSQL database, what it happens that in a NoSQL database there is nothing something like this. The name is very clear that it is no SQL database. Okay, this is not okay. I need to, yeah, now this is fine. So what happened in NoSQL database is that uh, you don't have these kind of table rows and columns. So you have a records. Let's say you are defining a user. Okay, so you are defining a user something like this. So user must be have some username, and let's say age. So age will be anything in a form of number and something like this. And let's say user do some comment or on your some product list and something like this. Again, my tablet pen is not working. Let me just quickly fix this thing. Yeah. Uh, yes. Okay, someone is texting, I think. Yes, Ajay, please. Are you asking something, Sajay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually, my it's a general question. Uh,
Uh-huh.
whether we will learn something about SQL in this course, sir? Or
No, not at all. But you really need to know about the things like what is the major difference between SQL database and no SQL database. Because if you are blindly follow a tutorial and you really don't have any idea about the things that you are going to learn, so what it benefits goes to, right? So you need to know about this thing. So I'm just telling you all these things, the introductory part, and then we will move with the installation part and the query part. So how does MongoDB query we can run on our system? So all these things we are seeing in this session. So let's just again jump into the session. Okay. Uh, uh, okay. Yeah, here we are talking about the things. So it is something like you can already see this thing. This is something like JavaScript objects. Okay, so let's say someone gives the review of your product name. So here is the product review thing, and the let's say someone gives the star on your product list on your product. So it will be stars, it will be stored something like this. But how can you refer all these terminologies in case of no SQL database? Let's say when we have a table thing, so we are calling this vertical lines as a columns and the horizontal lines as a row, and the whole table which we are building on, we are called it as a table. But what is the terminologies for the a NoSQL database? So you can refer the whole table, the table in NoSQL database, or you can say MongoDB, you can refer it as a collection. Please note it down, cause uh, in upcoming topic I'm going to every time shouting it out these things every time, like the collection records and all those things, right? And the rows that you are calling an SQL database, you can refer it as a uh, you can say in NoSQL database as a document. Okay, documents, or you can also call it as a records. And the column thing and the SQL database that you are the vertical lines that you are calling an uh, SQL database as a column, you can refer it as a fields in MongoDB. So what does it mean? Means this whole thing, the whole thing that you are that you are seeing in a picture in SQL database, you are calling it as a table, right? But in case of NoSQL database, what is the table? This this array, this array, whatever is inside this array. So you can refer it as a collection, right? You can refer it as a collection. And the rows means these things, these things, these things you can see here, all these horizontal lines. So all these horizontal lines you can refer here it as a just one piece of single objects. You can refer it as a documents. These a single piece of these curly braces. You can define it as a records, or you can say documents. Okay, so these are what? These are documents, and whatever present inside the inside these documents, these are being called fields. I hope you guys remember these things. These are very important terminologies because in a lecture of MongoDB, we are going to hear these terminologies every time. Okay, please remember these things. Just keep it uh, just keep it any special place of your brain that these terminologies are very important. Okay, so now let's just jump into the lecture uh, of MongoDB. So how does it work? So let me just quickly disconnect my uh, tablet pane, and now come into part of how to install the MongoDB. Okay. So MongoDB changed one thing in this new version of MongoDB, which is 6.0, and probably you guys are already seen in yesterday's session that when I write Mongo, and it shows that Mongo is not recognized as an internal or external command operable program or batch file, means it is not present in my system. But this thing is not right. Like before coming the version of 6.0 in MongoDB, so we are able to execute our Mongo shell just to write Mongo. But right now it has some little bit change. That's why in yesterday's session we are not able to execute my file Mongo shell. Okay. So how to download this? Just quickly you have to type MongoDB, and you need to come on the documentation part. Okay, so don't worry too much, I will provide the links. Okay, so now even before coming the this MongoDB, you need to download the MongoDB MSI version. If you are using the Microsoft operating system, then you need to install the MSI means Microsoft Installer, which I already provided in yesterday class. So right now in today's class, we will see how to install all these things. So we are not going to use the Atlas version. So Atlas version is what? Atlas version is a cloud version of MongoDB. Okay, but in upcoming session, in 2 3 upcoming session, we are going to see how to use the Atlas version of the MongoDB. So let's just quickly jump into the MongoDB database manual system. So we need to come on to this, and again I just uh, uh, again I just want to say you that you don't need to take too much of tension. I will provide the whole link how to. You don't need to dig into all these things. You just need to click on the URL and you will come on to this page. Okay, so let's just come on to the installation part. So in installation part, you can see that first of all we need to download the our operating system preferable installer. In our case, we are using Windows, so we need to download these Windows Community Edition. Okay, and then we need to set the path. And how you can set the path? In yesterday's session, I already told you, but right now, I just want to tell it again one more time. So after you download the MongoDB, okay, so you need to come. If you are just installed its default system, so you can see on your local disk C file, you have a file of program file. Okay, so you need to come into the program file, and under the hood of program file, you will get a MongoDB over here, right? You need to click on this, and then you have a server thing. Come into this. Again, you have it is showing that a MongoDB 6.0. Okay, it is totally fine. Now come into this, and now you have a bin file. So this file is very important. So bin means what? Binary file, right? So every code is written inside the bin file, means binary file. So you need to copy this path. You can copy something like this, and then you need to click on a search button, and you need to type env, and the first thing you can see over here, edit the system environment variable. Okay, just tap on this, and you will get this environment variable thing. Click on this, and here just just scroll a little bit. Okay, then you can see over here path. You need to come on your user variable for admin, and here you need to scroll a little bit, and you will get this path file over here. And right now you need to just tap on a edit button. Okay, and now whatever you copied the whole thing, you just click on a new button over here and just paste it out over here. But I already paste the link. You can see the above link, the C program file and Mongo, sorry, just just above of this file, you can see over here program file, MongoDB server 6.0 and bin folder. This is the same thing, right? So uh, I don't need to save this thing again, but you need to come here and paste it, and you need to just save something like this. Okay, okay, and then okay. Okay, this is the whole setup of MongoDB. But in order to uh, run the Mongo shell inside your system, you need to again download something else. What something else is? I will just show you. Let's just come onto this installation part thing over here, and you can here you can see that, let's say, installation part. Now, in window community server, you have to come here, and then just scroll a little bit, and you will get over here that MongoDB. In a newer version of MongoDB, you need to run, uh, in order to run your MongoDB shell, you need to separately, or you can say explicitly, download the Mongo shell from this website. So let me just show you quickly where you have to download. You need to just click on this Mongo sh installation instruction. You need to go this link, and here 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 is the MongoDB download center. Okay, install MongoDB Atlas. Okay, here is the MongoDB sh download platform. Let's just quickly tap on here. and here you need to here here it is given in the zip folder. You need to extract this thing. Okay, you need to extract your file. So I already extracted. Okay, let me just share this link with you. So you don't need to dig it down this much. That's why I'm just providing this link. So just open this link and you will jump into the this section and you will find that this is a zip file. Okay, so okay, here I'm just sharing with the chat section. So this is the link. Okay, for Mongo shell. So after downloading this thing, you need to just extract your file. So let me just come back here, and if I show you in our download file, so here you can see the Mongo sh download thing. I already downloaded this thing, but just a quick intro how to set up all those things. That's why I'm showing you. You need to just right click on this, and here you can see that extract all. So extract all, if you tap on this, so it will ask you where you want to extract all these files. Okay, so give a path, or if you want to give some path, so you can explicitly give the path where it will go to extract the file, or you just simply leave it as it is shown. Okay, and click on a extract button. So after this, in my case, I'm extracting my file inside the program file, inside the C, in the disk C. I extracting my file inside the program file, and here you can see the Mongo sh, which is here. You can see a folder of Mongo sh. Okay, so you need to repeat the same steps which I just show you in case of MongoDB setup. Okay, so I just quickly show you how to do this thing too. So you need to click on the Mongo sh and come inside the bin folder. Okay, and you need to copy the path by Control plus C button, and again you need to set the variable path. Okay, A and B, and here you need to tap on environment variable, and just inside the user variable for admin you need to come on the path and click on edit button, and here tapping on a new, and paste it whatever you copied the path. Okay, so in my case I already saved my bin path, I mean the Mongo sh path. If you can see over here, the C program file Mongo sh 1.8.0 win32. So all these things I already set up the path, so I don't need this. So after pasting your path of Mongo shell, you just need to click on OK button. Okay, so now your Mongo shell is all happy, and now you can, if you open your shell, and now if you write Mongo and then sh, but it is not the case of previous version. In a previous version we don't need to write Mongo and then sh, but this is the newer thing that is introduced in this newer version, which is 6.0. And we need to download the Mongo sh path explicitly. Okay, so after writing Mongo sh, you need to just hit enter button and wait for 1 or 2 seconds. Now it is started, right? It is started, and just ignore this thing. Okay, so this is the warning. So this warning means nothing. I will just show you. Just copy this thing, and if I come into my browser and paste it this same warning, you can see here this is the official site of MongoDB. Okay, and a user have the same thing, and the MongoDB officials are replying this error is that this is from a machine CMD window 10 and warning font. It is written the problem statement why what user is facing, uh, what kind of warning a user is facing. Okay, and the MongoDB officials are writing over here that this warning message is ignorable. It happens when you previously run the legacy Mongo shell, which create some files. Okay, so this is just ignorable uh, warning message. So you don't need to take tension too much, because this is not a matter of tension. Okay, so now let's just come into, oh sorry, I already opened a cell. Yeah, here. And our Mongo shell is getting started, right? Sajay and Karan, I would request you please do the same step with your own. And if you face any kind of issue, then please ping me. Okay. Okay. Now let's just come into the shell again and try to run some query. Okay, and this part is very interesting. Okay, because now we are entering a new topic, which is MongoDB. So let's say you want to see some databases, and how do you can see your database. So the command for this is show dbs, and it is showing that we have admin, config, ecom, and local. So this is my built-in, uh, except this thing, the all three are built-in database. Okay, so never get messed up with these three database: local, admin, and config. Why? Because it is a built-in, and everything is set up inside all these things. The configuration file have some configuration codes, so don't mess up with the three. The ecom, this database is my database. I created this database, so that's why it is visible. But when you download with your own, so you can see only three database: admin, config, and local. Okay. Okay, one more thing I just forget to tell you guys, that when you download the MongoDB, so along with the Mongo shell, you will also get MongoDB Compass. Okay, so this is a graphical user interface of a MongoDB. Okay, so I will come this thing in a later part, because this thing is very easy, and most of the tasks you are going to do with the MongoDB Compass, or you can say MongoDB UI thing. But as a pro developer, or you can say as a beginner, I would suggest please do all things with the command line, because when you are just habituated with to writing writing the codes for databases with the query, so you will have a more command over your database, right? And the second thing is, when you are going to make some big project, so that time you need to write query. So query will be written the in a form of commands. So please practice a little bit with this query. And queries are very simple. Queries are very easy language. Even you will learn all these things from today's classes, right? So the first query was what? The show DBS. So it will show the databases present inside the MongoDB. Okay. So let's just create a new database. So how would you make a new database? So for command for that is use, and let's just say you want to create a database which has a name of let's say shopping cart. Shopping cart. Okay. And you can see over here that it is showing that switch to DB shopping cart. Okay. So let me just quickly erase all these things. Yeah, now we are using the shopping cart. And let's just check what is inside the database. So how would you check? Okay. First, let's just make some tables, or in a language of MongoDB, you would say make some collection. Okay. So how can you make a collection? I hope you remember this thing that I taught. Okay. I think I removed the OneNote. I think. Okay. I hope that you guys remember that when I when I'm saying the table, so in a language of MongoDB, you can say it collection. So in order to make collection, so you need to write a query, and a query is very simple. You need to just write db dot create collection. And always remember, the thing is, whenever you write a method or query, so it will be always in a camel case. Okay. Camel case means what? The first letter should be in a small letter, and then whatever added after that, it should be in a capital letter. Okay. So here you can see create collection. And let's say I want to give the name of my table, or I can say collection is let's say t-shirt. Yeah, it is now correct. And now the moment when I hit enter, so it is saying that okay, and it returned me status of 1, which is a status of success. Okay. So in order to see that what kind of collection we have, so let's just add few more collection. Okay, let's just add some more collection. Let's just quickly add create create collection. Let's just say we are giving the name as this time we are giving the name of my collection is trouser, right? So now let's just hit enter. Yeah, now we have a two collection inside our database shopping cart, right? Okay, in this case, we already knew that we have a two collections. One is t-shirt and second is trousers. Okay, but let's say you have so many of collections. Okay, so how would you know that what kind of collection you have? So the query for checking your collection name is show collections. Yeah, I already told you guys, right, that the query is very easy. The query is Even you learned all the query name and methods by in today's class. But remember one thing, whenever you are writing this thing to show collection, always remember you have to write in a plural form, means collections. In a last, S is mandatory. Okay. The moment I hit enter, so now you can see we have our trousers and t-shirts. But still we don't have any records in these two collections. So in order to add something, so what can we do? Okay, we will check this thing in a second, but let's just add one more database or create one new database. Okay, so I just keep all these topic like how to add records or how to create the documents. I just for for a time being, let's just for a few more minutes, I just keep this thing apart and let's just try to make a new database. Okay, for making new database, you have to just write a command use, and then you need to type the database name. Now, let's say in this time, I'm going to create a database name as a school. Okay. The moment I hit enter button, now I am inside the school. Okay. So now we have a two database. The first one is shopping cart and our second is school. Yeah, I already remember my database name, but it not might be possible that you remember all the database name of your projects. So for that case, so what is the command to show the database names? Again, show dbs, and here you can see that we already have a admin config and a local. These three files are what? These three files are inbuilt files. You don't need to touch these three files. Again, I am telling you guys that you don't need to touch these three files, admin config and local. And the REST database is our database. Ecom database, I already practiced with myself before starting this session. So I created this ecom database with myself. And right now I am creating the two database, which is shopping cart and school. Okay. So you notice that a very amazing thing, that if I write use, and let's say if I am going to type cart, shopping cart, right? At the moment if I enter the button, it is now switched to the shopping cart database. And this is also the command for creating a database. So what is the conclusion? Conclusion is that if you have a database, then this command will switch into that database. But if you don't have this database, then it will create a new database for you, right? So keep this thing into your mind, that use and then DBS name will create a new database if it is not presented inside your MongoDB. But the moment if you have already have this database which you are going to type, if it is already presented, so it will switch into that database, right? Okay, I hope that you have clear right now. Okay. Now again come into that point. I need to show you my database. So show dbs, right? And we have a uh, custom we have three custom database. The first one is ecom, the second one is shopping cart, and the third one is uh, okay. I think it is so much messed up. So let's just clear all these things.
Why school
Again,
is not visible, sir?
sorry,
Why the school database is not visible?
your voice is not clear. Sajay, could you repeat again?
Sir, in our local,
Huh.
the school database which you have created is not visible now, sir.
Okay, let's just check one more time. Let's just check. Uh, okay, we have to command for to showing the database is show dbs, and yeah, the school database is not showing, and the reason behind that, we are not we don't have any collection inside the school, right? So it is a convention. It is a general convention that we need to add some collection inside our database so it will be visible. We already have some collection inside the shopping cart. That's why it is visible. Okay, let me just use this thing. Okay, if I use the database name as a school, so it is now switched into the school. Okay, let me just quickly create a collection name. Okay, so for creating the collection, we have a query db dot collection. Oh, sorry, create collection. I'm so sorry. Create collection. And let's say for a school collection, we are going to make a collection of 10th grade, or let's say we are going to make a collection of teachers. Okay, if I do this now, our school database will show you. It is not showing you because we must have at least one collection inside our database, then it will visible. Okay, so please follow this convention. This is a convention of MongoDB. Okay, let me just again show you. Okay, first of all, we need to clear this thing, because if it is already presented there, so you guys may be confused. So if I write show dbs, so now it is showing the school shopping cart, and again it is showing the school dbs. uh, what is the problem? Okay, let's just say if I want to delete a school database. Okay, let's just say if I need to delete this database, so what is command for that? The command is simple. You just need to write db, and then you just have to write drop, and then in a camel case you need to write data drop database. Okay, if I hit enter, so it is saying that here is some missing syntax. Okay, I just giving too much space. I need to write something like this. Now it is correct. If I hit enter, now it is showing that the school database is already deleted. Okay, so let's just switch into another database, which is shopping cart. Shopping cart. Okay, and let's just create some records inside the shopping cart database. So first of all, let's just see what kind of collection is inside our shopping cart. So for that reason, we have a show collections command. So it is showing that we have a trousers and t-shirts named collection. Okay. So in order to add something inside the table in the trouser collection or t-shirt collection. So okay, let's just create some collection. Create some documents inside the trousers. So for that we have a db dot, and then you can write insert. You need to let's say you need to add one data for the collection trousers. So let's just add this. You need to give something like this and write, let's say, jeans, and price, let's say you give 40, or let's say 400. Now it is okay. If I press the enter button, so here it is writing something like insert is not a function. Okay, okay. I just forgot to write the collection name. You need to write the collection name, and then you need to you need to run this method. So let's say trousers. We need to add trouser dot insert one. Now it is perfect. Okay. So let's just say this thing. Is it happening or not? Now it shows acknowledge true, and it is generated an object ID of this. Okay. So if I just want to see that what kind of data are get inserted inside the trousers, so now we can do something like this: db dot, and then collection. The db dot trouser, collection name is trouser, right? And then we have a find query, and the moment I hit enter button, so it is showing that we have a name of jeans, and the price is 400, right? So these things I am calling it as a record, or you can say document. Okay. And this whole thing, the whole array is a collection. Okay. Okay, let's say now you want to add two to three products at a one time. So what is query for that? So the query is, you need to write db dot your collection name. Your collection name is trouser, and then you need to write insert, and then many. Okay, but not this time. You need to pass an array, because you are going to write so many products, or let's say If you are the moment you are going to add more than one product, so you need to write inside the array. This is the way of writing the array of objects, right? So please keep referring these things with the JavaScript object thing. So this will make memorize this thing long period of time. Let's say now this time I just want to give it the cotton trouser, and then the price will be, let's say, 67. Okay, and I'm just going to give another product list, and the product name is, let's say, Pepe James, and the price is, let's say, price is 550. Okay, so now this time I'm creating two records. Okay, so the moment I hit the enter button, it is now showing that acknowledge is true. And you guys noticed that we it is automatically generated object ID. So you don't have to write explicitly ID number for your product name. The MongoDB automatically generates the ID for you. Okay, so this is a very beneficial thing, right? You don't need to care about your ID number. Okay, let's just add one more product this time. But this time we are not going to use insert many, but over this we are going to use insert one. Okay, so for this reason, if I am writing trouser dot insert and then one, and now we are going to add name, and the name of the trouser is summer collection, summer pants. We are giving any random name, so name is not the primary concern here. And let's say price is $897, and the moment I hit the enter button, it is also showing that acknowledge true. Let us clear my console. Okay, and let's say I want to check that how many products are in my collection. So for checking the your collection list, I mean your record list, you need to write the query as db dot your collection name is trouser, and then you need to write find. This query is showing all your four product. The first one is jeans, and the price is 400, and the name is cotton trouser, and the price is $67. And third one is Pepe jeans, and it is $550, and the summer pants is $897. Right? So it is quite interesting, right? Okay. Now let's just say you want to delete your uh, you just want to delete your record. So what can you do in order to delete your collection, or you can say the records. So simply you have to write something like db dot name of your collection, and the name of your collection is trouser, right? And delete, delete, delete. And in order to delete, how we can delete? If I delete with the name, so name will be name, maybe if we have a lot of products in our shopping cart, so maybe we have we have 3 or 4 product which has the same name, Pepe jeans, right? Or let's say we have a 3 or 4 products which has the same name of cotton trouser. So will it be the perfect way to delete a product? I think that's not, cause it will delete all those your 3 and 4 items, right? So how you can delete your just single product? So idea is very simple. We have a unique ID name, right? So we can do something like this, and here we have to write ID and then just copy your ID name. Let's say I want to delete this summer pants. Okay, so let's just copy this thing quickly and paste it over here, right? And now we can hit enter button. Here it is showing db.delete is not a function. Um, okay. I forget. I forgot to write. The query is something like delete and then one. Delete one is a query. Okay, I forgot to. I just forget the query name. Right now it is totally okay. If if right now if I click on enter button, so now it is showing that acknowledge true. Delete count one. Okay, now let's just we are deleted this summer pants, right? So it should be now in our shopping cart. It should be a 3 product. So let's just quickly see this. Is it our in our shopping cart, uh, or we have a 3 product? So for that reason, we need to write db dot and then collection name, and the collection name is trouser, and then we need to write find. Here you can see this, that we have only three products, right? The last one is deleted. So in today's session, we are seeing so much things, like how to add some products, how to install the database, and so many things. Today's session is very important, but this is not so far for the uh, database tutorial. So in database we have so many things, like how to update a product, how to delete many products, how to uh, delete the database. I mean, you are already seen how to delete the database, but let's say if you need to delete a collection, how would you delete the collection? So all these things is still remain. So in tomorrow's lecture, we will cover something more about the database. Okay, Sajay, are you able to understood till here?
Yes, sir.
So have you faced any issue till now?
No, sir. Actually, I didn't start that project. Once I started it, I will
Okay,
use.
okay. Okay, Sajay, you are asking in yesterday's class how to setting all the variable paths. So in today's session, I think it will be clear, isn't it?
Yes, sir. I will check it, sir.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much, Sajay.
Okay, sir.
Uh, okay, then so please practice with your own. Okay, Sajay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Now we will meet in tomorrow session.
Tomorrow session. Okay, sir.
Bye.
Bye, sir.